501.5. Welcome to our new home, guys. Which looks like a complete fucking mess. Okay, so today is going to be absolutely nothing about jeans or menswear. It's going to be getting all this shit in some sort of semblance of order and seeing where I can fit things. And maybe along the way your mic battery runs out and you start filming this on your iPhone with a selfie stick like a moron. Okay, so basic plan. First of all, I've got to find the chargers for my mics and then charge my mic so it no longer looks like I'm filming a potato. And then this is actually really useful. Okay, then this clothing rail has to go together, and that clothing rail is going to go in this corner here. Then that table, which consists of that bit, and this bit, that has to go together, and that's going to go into this corner here. Then all of this shit has to go either on the clothing rail, on these shelves, or probably not on my table actually. Under my table? Okay, that's that taken care of. And the rest can wait till later because I've actually got another appointment to go to. Okay, microphone battery charged, camera battery charged, my battery charged. Time to work. And I'm going to start with this thing because it's the thing I'm really not looking forward to doing. So I picked this thing up off the street, pretty much. It had been used as a clothing rail for some really nasty, dodgy Berlin flea market, which means it was left out in the rain mostly all the time, which means that it was pretty much rusted solid when I got it. I managed to get it apart for bringing it along here with the use of a rubber mallet, and I'm kind of worried about getting it back together again. Okay, that went worryingly easily. Right, this might be the bit that I need the hammer for, which is packed somewhere in there. And it's only natural that it's the very last one I check. And I'm very sorry to the rest of the guys that work here, really. You know, my dad made me buy this. And at the time I thought there was going to be nothing more nothing more useless than a rubber hammer. But one of these is invaluable. Plus, it kind of looks like a cartoon hammer, which I like. And that really was as much as those need to go in, because at one point, sometime, I'm going to have to get them out again. And I can't be bothered with the hassle. Right, that's that done. Much easier than I thought. Has to go in that corner. That's where I piled up all the stuff. I'm really not good at planning these things. Right, this is going to go there. Then this, which is the table, is going to go there. So I need to put all that over here where I'm not going to put anything. And next is the table, which I have walled in again. I'm really delighted to have this table back because you see, when Yoko moved in, we were one table extra, and this is the only one that could actually be broken down and go into the basement. This is the first piece of nice furniture that I ever bought, and it's something that wasn't from IKEA. And I mean, if you remember back to the early days of the vlog, everything was filmed on this table. So it's kind of fitting that this makes a return. And then also somewhere in these are the rest of the bits and pieces that I need to fix the table. Not that. Easier than I thought. Perfect. Now, the secret to anything like this, any project, actually the secret to life, is that you don't tighten everything up right away. You have to leave yourself a little wiggle room, always. And then once you're sure everything's in place, then you can just tighten things down. And now that everything's together, everything's straight, we can tighten everything down, we can lock it in. I mean, I genuinely shouldn't have brought this piece of shit, but still, the theory is sound. Solid. And now 2 screws have fallen out for absolutely no good reason that I can tell. Okay, they didn't fall out, they're completely sheared off for some reason. But that means there's absolutely nothing. Now there is something I can do about it, but there's nothing I can do about it, or nothing I'm going to do about it right now. Okay, table's done. The rail's done. What's next? Lunch is next, I'm fucking starving. So, I went out the door with the intention of just having a very unhealthy lunch. I was going to give myself a couple of days. Went into the other room to steal a chair, so I had something to eat lunch on. Not to sit down while I eat lunch. I'm not going to eat lunch in a chair. Wouldn't be the first time though. And yeah, the girls made me soup, so I'm being forced into being healthy. So tomorrow I can be unhealthy. Which reminds me actually, I haven't told you guys where I am, or how any of this really happened, because I'm still quite surprised myself. I read this book right at the start of when it was like, okay, I want to do something for myself. And I think everybody who's got that mentality eventually stumbles upon this book. It's Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And I was thinking it'd be nice to grow rich, so yeah, I dipped into this. I think this book set the blueprint for the self-help book, and you could really see that it was in some places quite corny, because I think these things have been said in different ways, maybe better ways since then. I've come across those, but also kind of still ahead of its time in a lot of ways. So anyway, there was one thing that really stuck out for me, and that is if you provide good service, the things will happen, the stars will just align, so you're going to be successful. And that's what I set out to do. This is what I set out to do with this YouTube channel, for one thing, and in all the other sort of freelance work that I've had since I started out on this. And really, it's like that. There's no other explanation apart from, yeah, I've been trying my best to provide good service, and somehow things have happened in order to bring me here. Vanessa, this is really delicious. Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, a few months ago, I was doing the video for like hemming your jeans, and maybe even some of you will recognize where I am from the video. And I was along here, and I think I'd been talking to Kai and David and Ruben and the rest of the guys about their Instagram, did a little Instagram workshop for them then, and kind of left it after that. 6 months passed, I wanted to do the hemming video, and I just asked them, I was like, yeah, how's it going with your Instagram? They're like, yeah, we're really, we just don't have the bandwidth to actually get this started. And I was like, well, guys, if you need any help, then just let me know. Like, yes, we would love some help. We need help with doing the text, doing the photography, doing the photos, need help with that, scheduling, all of this kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, okay, perfect. So for the last 3 or 4 months, every Tuesday, I've been coming to Bergen Shield, we've been sorting out the styling, I've been taking pictures of the guys, I've been doing the text, and I've been putting them up on Instagram. And all the way through this, even before this, I had at the back of my head that I had to get myself a studio. As I told you in the last video, we need to start making the apartment, the flat, a home rather than just somewhere that Yelka and I work. And it was again just, I was chatting to Kai at one point. I said, listen, just putting it out there, if you hear of any room opening up anywhere that I'm looking for a studio, it's like, well, you know, we've just got the smallest room in the office upstairs from Berg and Shields. If you want to use that, then yeah, you're very welcome. And you better believe that I wanted to use this small office. I mean, it is absolutely perfect for my needs, really. I mean, just look at this. I mean, it's not huge by any means, but it's the perfect size for everything I need. And the main thing is, it's got this enormous window. Proportionally to the room, this is absolutely huge with so much natural light. I mean, maybe don't even need to mess around with my lights anymore, which is going to make my life a lot simpler and hopefully make the videos a lot better. So yeah, that's where we are. We are in one of the small rooms of the offices of Berg and Shields, which I don't know if... Is it rude that I'm eating in front of you guys? I don't know, maybe, but we moved in together, so you're going to have to kind of get used to it. I mean, if you'd asked me 2 years ago, do you think you're going to be doing any of these things? Do you think you're going to be working with 316? Do you think you're going to be taking pictures for one of the most interesting menswear stores, and also the menswear store that really cemented my relationship with not just denim, but with menswear in general? Do you think you're going to be taking pictures for Berg and Shield? Or do you think you're going to be designing beautiful, sustainable pieces of furniture? Do you think you're going to be doing all of these things at once? I'd be like, no, are you crazy? I don't even have an idea how to access even one of those things. But then through this process of just keeping in mind, like, I want to provide a good service for whatever project I say yes to. Just through that, somehow, I really haven't had to put too much extra effort into something like this studio. It's just the stars have somehow aligned and then it's just happened. And the interesting thing is, that's exactly what this guy Napoleon Hill said in his book, that provide good service and all the rest, all the things that you want are just gonna just fall into place. They're gonna happen pretty much automatically. This isn't to say that it's not hard work. I think I'm working harder and more concentrated than ever before. Not longer hours, that's the interesting thing, but certainly working harder than I ever have before. And it comes with its own certain set of complications as well that I think is not for everybody. But still, it's quite crazy to me how this has really worked out. But anyway, all that aside, I still have got to finish this place off, and I'm less than half done. Seriously, when you're filming all this stuff, you've got to do everything 3 times. It takes 5 times as long. I know that math doesn't work out, but it's still true. Okay, where to start? A lot of folding, that's where to start. This is still that few meters of denim that the holiday in Russia for 2 years. If anybody has got any idea of what I can do with that, please put it down in the description, not the description, the comments below. Alright, it's getting a bit dark and I've no idea what the lighting situation is in here. It's actually not that bad. But the thing is, one thing that I definitely wanted with this studio is having some sort of permanent lighting setup. And this is going to be a bit of a work in progress, but I mean, even with this massive window here, which does give a lot of really great natural light, it's going to be good just to have a couple of lights set up that I can just switch on whenever I need them, when I'm doing close-up stuff or whatever. And you know how much I love these things. Half this fucking place is childproof, which actually is a good thing. We have a problem. Yeah, of course. Of course. Seriously, neither, newer, whatever you call yourself, These things fucking suck. You know what also fucking sucks? The soles coming off my new boots. That kind of looks like it was a traction sole that's been put on as kind of an afterthought. Which makes sense. I mean, leather soles aren't the best, but okay, shit. That's better. And that's better still. Okay, we are getting there. What next, what next, what next? I think this next. A couple of years ago, like very last minute, we were asked to help people show something at one of the trade shows. And so we got the very, very cheapest, very fastest we could get mannequins. And since then, they've been lying in my basement, doing nothing. And so I think at least I bring one of them out of retirement. These really are crap. You need to lose some weight, my friend. Better. Okay, some of this stuff doesn't quite have a home yet, which means that wherever I put it is going to become its home, because that's what tends to happen with me. I don't know what to do with any of that stuff. Should I put up the pictures tonight? Yeah, I'm going to put up the pictures. And I forgot to press record when I was putting this one up, but doesn't really matter. How did I put this one up before? Those can come home with me in those bags that you can't see because they're underneath the camera. That's trash, that's trash. I don't have a trash can. This still has to go on that wall, but I ran out of pins. Yeah, what else? This lamp I really regret bringing. Okay, this bag is full of stuff that I want to sell. So there's no point in unpacking it. Need to shoot it in the next couple of days and need to get it up on eBay or Grailed or wherever I'm going to sell it. I can go back to where I just got it from. That is also junk. This is junk till I get myself a new keyboard. Where am I going to put this? That I will remember where I put it. I'm going to put it with the rest of the camera stuff, obviously. I wonder how many years that's going to stay there. Acme hammer, also windowsill. Pretty much done. I just got a really strange deja vu. Deja vu? Deja vu. I'm also getting very tired. This is a long day. Yesterday was a long day as well. It's getting to be home time, and also it's getting to be flat mic time again. Right, let me just clear up the last of the things and I'll give you a short tour, then I'm going to fuck off home because I'm tired. Okay, tour time. So where do we start? Let's start up here. This is a boat that I don't own. Then we're moving down to denim, which I do own, and other indigo stuff. Then we've got more denim that I do own and other indigo stuff, and then also something that's neither denim or indigo. Then we've got like a few odds and sods. Yeah, to be honest, this is just my coffee cup from earlier, so we'll put that down there. Got a tiny, tiny, tiny little pair of BDDs. Then we've got a little bowl that my dad enameled, which is just good for stuff. Then we've got some not fresh cotton, but some cotton. Got a little 14 ounce weight that doesn't actually weigh 14 ounces. But anyway, little Millennium Falcon, because why not? We've got some indigo dyed sake here that Denham did as part of their marketing stunt for one of the pitties. It was blue, now it's turned into a urine sample. Also, we've got some sake that Denham did for one of their marketing things. Obviously, neither of these are opened. I guess that was also indigo dyed, I'm not too sure. It might have turned into urine sample, we'll never know. And then behind there is my coffee pot, which I actually, I did bring this with me to make coffee, but they've got a really good coffee machine here, so I don't need to. Moving down, we've got some lenses that are there. The whole idea here is I don't want to go looking for anything. I want it to be right there when I need it. That's a work in progress. Then I've got some boxes full of stuff that I sometimes need. We have the Visu diacock jacket. Then we've got all the stuff for selling. Then we've got a rail full of things that is going to be... All of this is going to be much fuller, but I forgot all the clothes hangers, so yeah, that was all I had with me, all I could find. Yeah, so just some various bits and bobs. That is probably just, that's where it lives now. Like, that is just probably where that lives, because I don't know when I'll get around to putting it up. Stands, again, that's where they live now. That's fine. Then this is where I'm going to be working and filming and working and filming and editing and working and filming and filming. There's a red crate, because why not? There's a bunch of stuff that I'll take home tomorrow because I've actually got to go to the supermarket on the way home. And yeah, that is the new studio. Kind of set up. It's a bit of a work in progress. Actually, no, one last thing. Here, I want to create some sort of charging station. I don't want to mess around with battery packs and all of this kind of thing anymore. I don't want to go hunting for chargers, so I have to come up with some sort of organized way where I can just like flip a switch and everything's charging. But yeah, as I said, work in progress. Yeah, so that is the new studio. That is the new studio. This is the new studio. I couldn't be more delighted with how this has turned out, actually. I'm amazed, really. And I'm also really tired, so I'm gonna go home now. Guys, thank you all very much for tuning in, really appreciate it. Next video should, not promising, but should be back to normal programming. And yeah, I just leave to say, I hope everyone is happy and healthy out there. Hope you're taking care of yourselves. Hope you're taking care of each other. And I'm gonna see you in the next video in the new studio.